Good morning, children. Welcome back to our online classes by Little Scholars Public School. This is Shilpa Patil here. As we started our temperature chapter from geography, we are going to see now the effect of greenhouse gases. Some gases in the atmosphere like carbon dioxide and water vapor can hold the heat within themselves for a long period of time. Due to these gases, the temperature of air in the atmosphere increases. Here you can see the CO2 and other CO2 and other gases. CO2 means carbon dioxide, and other gases also are in the atmosphere which can keep our earth warm. The increasing proportion of these gases in the atmosphere leads to climate change. If it increases, then obviously climate also will be changed. Climate scientists believe that this is the reason for the increasing temperature of the earth. This change in the climate is global. This is not only of earth's problem, but it is the global problem that if the temperature increases, then everything will be changed. This is called global rise in temperature. The gases due to which the temperature increase are called greenhouse gases. These are the greenhouse gases: nitrous oxide, methane, carbon dioxide and fluorinated gases. Percentage wise it is given here. These are the greenhouse gases. What will you do, children? You stay Mahaswad in Man Taluka in Satara district. Your grandma stays at Vengurla in the Sindhudurg district. Sindhudurg district is near the coastal area. During Diwali, you often visit Vengurla. You like the sea coast there. The warm air of that region attracts you because you are freed from the dry air and scratching cold of your place. This time grandma is suffering from asthma. Doctors have advised her to stay at a place which has drier climate. What should you do? Obviously you have to take her with you at a dry places. You can do it yourself. You have to take a pot of water. You have to place it on a burner and you have to boil the water. 4 to 5 small plastic buttons you have to put in it and observe the movement in the water. As you know, children, water expands on heating. As the water starts to boil, it expands on heating. The hot water from the base moves upward. You can see in this picture also, the hot water moves upwards. With it, the buttons which we kept in this pot, that also will be pushed to the surface. The relatively cooler water in the upper portions move downwards, taking the buttons with it. This happens repeatedly. In other words, on heating, an upward current sets in water. In the nature also, the conditions are same but slightly different. You can see in this picture, as the water heats up, it goes up. In Due to the temperature differences, both upward and horizontal currents develop in the ocean. Besides temperature differences, factors like winds and other differences in the density of water also give rise to horizontal currents. These ocean currents flow from the equator to the polar region and from polar region to the equator. Polar region to the equator and equator to the polar region. Here you can see the arrows have been given. These arrows, red arrows are shown warm current and blue arrows are shown cold current. Here also blue and warm are given. These ocean currents in the sea, due to these also, when the ocean current flows from the frigid to torrid zone, and torrid zone to frigid zone, the climate will be changed. When an ocean current flows from frigid to torrid zone, it reduces the temperature. Frigid zone to torrid zone. It is given here also, see the arrows. When a current flows from torrid to frigid zone, it increases the temperature of the coasts in the frigid zone. This is the 5.6 figure, world ocean currents. In the textbook also it is given. Do you know, children? The regions where warm and cold currents converge are favorable for the growth of planktons. Plankton, one of the picture of the plankton also I have given here. Planktons are food for fishes. Fish from other areas travel towards these areas in a large number. They breed in warm waters. They breed means increases more and more in warm water. Due to high concentration of fish population, fisheries thrive well in these areas. In the map of ocean currents given in 5.6, locate such regions, find their names, and from an atlas and from the internet also you can find these names. Write these names on the map. Geography museum. There are a number of methods of showing distribution on a map. On these, one of these is isolines. Isolines. This method is called the isoline method. Due to this method, the characteristic distribution of a component stands out vividly. Isoline can be drawn using statistically information about the natural factors. These lines are drawn on a map joining all the points having same value. An isoline is a line on a map that connects points of equal value. The distribution on regional or global levels can be shown using isolines of different factors like height or contours, temperature or isotherms, pressure or isobars, rainfall or isoheights, etc. Children, I hope you understand this chapter. Whenever you are going to watch this video, you have to keep the textbook with you. Thank you.